Mar Vista's housing market 2022 quarter two is experiencing changes with the median pending price actually down 24%. Our number of actives available for sale is actually up 46%, and our average days on market is down 30%. So what do these numbers mean for you as a buyer or seller? In this video, we're going to cover these numbers and what they mean and a whole lot more. So stick around if you're thinking you want to be a successful buyer or seller in 2020. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be, my friend. It's Eric Haas with Sotheby's International Realty here on the west side of Los Angeles out of Santa Monica, and I'm about to drop what's going on with these numbers for quarter two Mar Vista 2022. But before we jump into it, I'm so stoked to have you joining me again. Hope you guys are having a blessed summer. I know it's getting super crazy hot. But before we jump into this video, if you haven't already, we're all about delivering tips, tricks, and strategies and the truth about what this market is doing so you can be a success as a buyer, seller, or investor in 2022 or any market for that matter. Before we jump into these numbers right here so you get the painted truth of what the Mar Vista market is looking like, please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and comment, because this is all about you, and these comments help me come up with video ideas. So if you've got a question, more than happy to answer it, and more than happy to do it with a video as well. Alrighty guys, let's get right on into it. This is part one of four. We're getting into right now the number of actives, the number of pendings, and the number of solds that occurred in quarter one versus quarter two. And you can see right off the bat with the number of actives, the inventory is actually increased. Now, this is something we haven't seen in over a year with this crazy hot sellers market that we've been experiencing since 2021. Now, we're seeing 2022 spring market, which is supposed to be insane with buyers out buying in a frenzy, but we're actually seeing the inventory increase, and again, to the extent of 46%. What's happening here? Well, recession and interest rates are starting to impact a buyer's purchasing ability, which finds them either moving to the sidelines once again or considering renting for the time being to see what this market is going to do. Now, if we look at the number of pendings, that has actually dropped. What's going on here? A market that normally is a hot seller's market with the number of pendings going out the wazoo, which we had 31 in quarter one. Now we're at 20, which is a 35% decrease, and already looked at the numbers right now for quarter three, and there's only 19 homes pending right now in Mar Vista. So we are seeing a little bit of a change happening with the buyer demand, and we may start seeing more of a balanced market between buyers and sellers, where sellers, you may in fact have to start being really smart about your pricing moving forward. Now, look at the number of solds, and it's like painting a completely different picture, because we have an increase from 43 to 69. That is a 60% increase. But remember, folks, this was when quarter two was ending, and we were getting right into the flux of the recession and the interest rates really impacting things. Now, a lot of these homes were already under contract, already locked in with their interest rates lower than what they are right now. So it's going to be interesting to see what that sold listing number looks like come quarter three. And if it continues to increase, well, it's going to be interesting to see how these numbers play out as well. And we'll be able to understand whether or not this is going towards a buyer's market or we're going to have an upswing back into a seller's market. Moving right along, my friends, we are in part two, Mar Vista quarter two versus quarter one, and we're checking out the median active price, the median pending price, and the median sold price. And if you can't see it, my friends, right off the bat, the median active price has just increased dramatically. And when my mouth went like that, it was so much, because it's a 53% increase in the median active price. And is it substantiated? Well, we're going to find out soon enough. But the median active price actually went from 1.7 million to 2.6 million. Is it substantiated? Well, unfortunately, it's not. As we look at the median pending price, we see that quarter one, we were at 2.1 million. And now for quarter two, Mar Vista, median pending price, we're looking at 1.6 million. That is a 24% decrease in what was known as a hot sellers market. So this market may not necessarily be that crazy hot sellers market that we've been experiencing with multiple offers and things going over the asking by 6 and 7 figures sometimes, but it may be becoming more of a market that is in tune with more of a balance between buyer and seller, and buyers may find themselves actually getting some great deals, because when you're pricing high like this at that median active price of 2.6 million and you've got a median pending price that is $1 million less, there's a lot of overpricing that is going on right now in Mar Vista, especially when we look at that median sold price. No change, my friends. Still at 1.9 million for quarter one and 1.9 million for quarter two. So something's got to give right here. And unfortunately, sellers, I think that you're going to be in a position where you're going to have to probably be more smart with your price or incur some price reductions to get to a point where buyers are actually interested, because money's tight with interest rates and inflation isn't making it any better and recession is on the way. So be smart with your pricing, because out of the 19 homes that we have available for sale right now, there are 3 of them that already have taken price reductions, and that doesn't even take into consideration how many homes have canceled and come back on the market at a different price. We're now getting into part 3 of 4. We're looking at Mar Vista's sold volume, the average days on market, as well as the sold price versus the list price at the end of the day for quarter 1 versus quarter 2 Mar Vista 2022. And as you can see right now, I'm speaking truth to you, the buyer demand has dropped off, and the sold volume was at 85 million in quarter 1. It is now at 78 million for quarter 2, and that is an 8% drop again in a hot seller's market, which is something we're not used to experiencing, and sellers are going to have a rude wake-up call if they aren't paying attention to these numbers so that they can be a success in this changing market that we're experiencing right now in Mar Vista. Now, if we look at our average days on market, this is interesting because it's dropped 30%. You would think with things changing the way they are, you would think that the average days on market may stay the same or go up, but it has taken a 30% drop from 26 to 18. And that, my friends, is going to show you that sellers who price correctly are going to have their house moving a lot faster. And those homes that are moving a lot faster are going to bring that average days on market down considerably. So kudos to those smart sellers out there that are pricing smart. You're getting those buyers right off the fence and purchasing even with these interest rates the way that they are. But unfortunately for those sellers out there that are not pricing correctly, you're going to find yourself sitting on the market longer than that 18 days. Now, if we look at our sold price versus list price, you would think again that, with the median active price going up like it is and the number of pendings, not as high as we are normally used to with a hot seller's market that we've been accustomed to for the last year and a half, the sold price versus list price has gone up in Mar Vista 3% from 103% of the original asking price received to 106%. So there are fantastic homes out there that are still getting above and beyond the asking price as long as they're priced correctly and smart from the get-go. But this number could change moving forward into quarter 3. It's just going to be dependent upon whether sellers are going to price their homes smart or are buyers going to have the opportunity to capitalize in this recession, interest rate high market, and finding themselves with a better deal than what they could have gotten a year and a half ago. Alrighty guys, we are getting to my favorite part of this market update. Part 4, we're taking a look at the number of homes selling over the asking, at asking, and below the asking, and explaining exactly what these numbers mean for you as a buyer seller moving forward in 2022's market. And right off the bat, you're going to see on the surface it looks like a hot seller's market, with the number of homes selling over the asking price jumping from 25 in quarter 1 to now 40, a 60% increase. But the interesting thing to point out is the number of homes selling in quarter 1 was 43 versus 69 in quarter 2. So this number 40 and number 25 actually both are at 58% of all the homes selling during both quarters. So 58% of the homes selling in quarter 1 and quarter 2 sold over the asking price. There has been no change. However, if we look down at number of homes selling at asking price, we see that that number has changed from quarter 1 at 7 to quarter 2 being at 4 now, which is a 43% decrease. Now, that number 7 actually accounts for 16%. That 16% is the number of homes selling at asking in quarter 1. Now, number 4 actually is substantiated by the 8%, and 8% of the homes selling in quarter 2 sold at the asking price. So you can see right there, there's an 8% drop in the number of homes selling at the asking price for quarter 1 compared to quarter 2. Now, if we look at the number of homes selling below the asking price, that's where things get a little sticky. And get a little concerned about whether or not this hot sellers market we've experienced is going to maintain itself for Mar Vista and the West Side neighborhoods for that matter, because it hasn't really impacted to really any great degree up until this point, especially with the interest rates, inflation, and recession. And now we're seeing it starting to impact prices and number of homes going over the asking price and those going under asking. So as we see right now, 127% increase in the number of homes selling under the asking price. Now, in quarter one, it was 11, and that was 26% of the homes selling in quarter one were selling under the asking price. That number has jumped from 26 to 36% of the homes selling in quarter two sold under the asking price at 25. So buyers, pay attention. Price reductions are really on the horizon. Sellers, be smart with your price starting right from day one so that you can take full advantage of this market, because there still is pent up buyer demand. There isn't a ton of supply at 19, but interest rates, recession, and inflation are going to play a role in you getting the best number for your home at the end of the day. So price it right so nobody has any problem whatsoever with your value. But if you don't, you'll be one of these 25, and I think that number is only going to start growing into quarter three and the rest of the year. But that's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed a fantastic update on what's going on in Mar Vista. I try to provide as much value as possible. If you had any questions or wrote down any notes and you have questions, please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments, and also stick around because I'm going to prepare and share with you a little slideshow at the end of this video to show homes that went over the asking price and homes that went under the asking price, so you can get a clear perspective of whether it's like 10,000, 50,000, or hundreds of thousands. So be on the lookout for that at the end of this video. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe as well, because this is all for you, my friends. I'm here to provide value for you guys so you can make the best decisions and get the most money for your home at the end of the day. And if it's here on the West Side in Los Angeles, I'm happy to help you out personally. So don't hesitate to reach out. On that note, have a great one, a blessed week, and I'll see you on the next video as we tackle Venice's market quarter two, 2022.